Good morning and happy Easter. And today I'm here to read a special story to you. And we're thankful to the Harper Collins Christian Publishing House for allowing us to share this story with you today. It is called "'Twas the Morning of Easter," and it sounds a little familiar. Kind of a cadence you might hear more at Christmas time, but this is a wonderful way to share the Easter story. So let's begin. This story was written by Glennis Nellist, and it is illustrated by Elena Selanova. And it begins, "'Twas the morning of Easter." 'Twas the morning of Easter, before the sun rose. 2 guards on a hillside were just trying to doze. You see, Jesus had died only 3 days before. A huge stone had been placed to seal the cave door. The disciples were sleeping, but tossed in their beds. Visions of danger swirled round in their heads. Would they be arrested and led away too? Without Jesus, their leader, what would they do? In her small, quiet room, not too far away, Jesus' friend Mary was planning her day. She would go to the cave with perfume and spice in hopes that her gifts would make Jesus smell nice. The sun through the trees was just starting to peep at the guards on the hill who were now fast asleep, when all of a sudden there came an earthquake, and the rocks and the trees all started to shake. But the cave was now empty. He just wasn't there. Mary sat down and wept, and her cries filled the air. But suddenly, Mary heard someone behind. "Dear woman, who is it that you can't find?" Mary jumped and turned around, so confused and afraid. Was this man a gardener? And why had he stayed? But the calm in his voice and the words that he said soon let Mary know she had nothing to dread. "Dear Mary, it's me. It's Jesus, your friend." Mary's story just starting. This wasn't the end. His eyes, how they twinkled, his smile so bright. Mary knew in a moment. But could she be right? She jumped to her feet and away Mary went. She'd tell a story, a tale heaven sent. She ran without stopping and called through the door, "Disciples, you've never heard news like this before. Now Peter, now James, now Thomas and John, I went to the cave. Jesus' body was gone, but he called me by name. He's alive, it's true. It's a miracle our great God could do." Then the trees seemed to dance, the birds started to sing. All creation joined to worship the King. "He's alive! He's alive!" The rocks cried in praise. The whole earth rejoiced on this day of all days. When later that night, Mary knelt down to pray, she thought all about what had happened that day, and the stars heard her whisper through the soft evening light. Happy Easter to all, and to all a good night. Happy Easter.